Okay, so hi everyone. Like, welcome to Chatbot Datathon finale. It's great to see all. I mean, some of you here, and we've received your bot submissions, right? To be honest, with such as given the small batch, you guys are doing very great. So we are very happy actually interacting with your bots. To be honest, we learn a lot as well. There are some bots who actually teaches us like how to build, how to buy laptop that has this quite environmentally friendly. So I learned a lot actually from interacting with your bots. So, but we will have a finale sessions, and this is where the judges will evaluate your bot as well, and the judges from industry experts also. So maybe before that, just want to introduce you an important guest we have right now, which is Miss Elmira, the acting CEO of the BCPD. So maybe just let me read a background about Miss Almira as well, because it's pretty impressive to have you here, Miss Almira. Hello.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Right. Okay. So Miss Almira Aubrey is acting CEO at BCPD. So she has over 15 years of experience in the strategic development, industry development, and also in educational technologies. So we are very happy to have her on board because she also has been mentoring a lots of companies and professionals at FinTech Hub, AIFC, and EdTech projects. And also we are very grateful as well to have you here as well. Maybe before we move on further, you have something to say to the participants as well, Mr. Amira?
Yeah, of course. We are pretty happy to have you on board for this Datathon challenge. And just to say in overview, we're all entering the era of the great uncertainty, and the digital skills will be the number one requested for the upcoming years. And actually, some experts saying that the data will be the new petrol, but I would say that's the IT talents would be the new gold and new assets for the whole countries. The battle for IT talents have already started, and you guys, like the main achievement for a lot of companies to have the bright minds like you, to have the opportunity to work with you, to be like upfront of the whole market. So I'm pretty happy to see the bright faces and like lightning eyes. So I wish you great success in the future and good luck for this competition.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Almira. So I think what we do is that like we work very closely with BCBD through Miss Almira as well, and we are also looking forward to engage you guys as well for next year, because as we mentioned as well, this is actually a start. Building of your bot right now is actually just the beginning. We hope to actually have a journey together with all of you guys. That's why we will keep in touch, and there is something we have called chatbot uni, but I will not spoil it first. We will actually like announce it together. Yeah. So okay, first of all, before we move on, just a quick guideline. First, like for all of you, please mute your microphone unless you need to present or you have some questions. And the format is that there will be 5 teams who are presenting, not presenting, who will go through the chatbots. And what we do is that for each team, we will play your YouTube videos as a feature, and afterwards, we will be the one like playing around with your bots, and along the way, our judges Miss Elmira and Arnold will actually grade your bot as well according to the specifications. So I think like there are actually 5 criterias when it's come to building the bot. So let me just read through one by one. So what is important, right? I think the first one is the usefulness. To what extent has your bot able to recognize the user's intent and answer your questions accurately and precisely? The second one is engagement, right? To what extent is your bot able to keep the users engaged and wanting to interact with it? The third one, of course, is the design. How well is your bot user interface and the visual design, because the design is important also to keep users engaged. The fourth is the being informative. Informative doesn't mean that it has to be educational, but informative means that to what extent, right, is the bot able to educate or deliver fresh insights to the users, or even like surprise users with the information that the users might not know about, right? And the fifth one, of course, is your pitch. To what extent did you guys communicate your idea in a clear, concise, and creative manner? So these are the evaluation that we have, and maybe we can start on the first team, right? So the first team of the five that we selected is team Echo team. Is Echo team here? One is any of you guys here?
Yeah, yeah, I'm the
Right,
member.
right. Okay. So no doubt, right? So basically, we'll play your videos, and then we'll go through your bots right now. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. Okay. So maybe before we start, right? Ekoti, maybe like can you explain like what is the reason for you? What's your thinking when it comes to building the bot?
So yeah, how we could see in the video, the problem of global warming is caused by the plastic as one of the reasons. And as one of the solutions, we decided to create an like educational and uh, eco bot, which would like teach people, which would encourage people to start sorting plastic. So yeah, that's the main goal of that bot.
Right. Thanks, Nudalet. Judges, like any other questions to the team?
No, I think it's a good goal. It's a good goal.
Just a little clarification, Nurullet, is it just educational content or it's just to call to action, like to really do something? I saw the quiz, you have the menu, maybe we could go throughout a little.
Yeah, sure. So basically, it's kind of a course. First, you get information, then you get the like specific steps. What should you do to start sorting? Then after you kind of summarize your knowledge by passing the quiz. So is it the answer to your question?
Yes, pretty clear, thanks.
So when you design the quiz, right? What do you have in mind when it comes to like what is most important for you to message to deliver when the users are actually using your quiz?
Well, the initial goal was to kind of summarize the knowledge which the user gets from the previous buttons, and yeah, that's pretty it.
Can we try the bot now?
Yes, we are trying the bot. Did you see the screen?
Okay, it's a bit small, Chris.
Right.
All right, thanks.
There's something called reception points, right?
Yeah, you can type the city name
Right.
and get the plastic reception points. So for now, we did only a few cities from Kazakhstan.
Is this supposed to be an address or?
That's basically the name of the reception point. You can like type it in the 2GIS or somewhere, some map, and find it.
Right.
Nodal, I have a question. Where do you plan to implement your chatbot? Is it for the schools and students or just for the general audience? How do you, what do you plan to do with this? What will be the output?
Yeah, okay. Well, so as a starting point, I'm a school student, so I plan to start it from my school as just a starting point. So then I think we will like broaden the bot and start to spread it among Kazakhstan. Yeah, that's the starting point.
Have you checked with your friends about what do they think about their bot, or is you just have did it yourself first?
I asked few my friends, so they like the bot, they like the design, and
Any questions, Arnold?
No, I think I think the concept is interesting. It's very useful for sure. I think the more people understand the plastic and the recycling arrows and the different types of things, right? I think that's really useful. Um, I would like to see more. I think if you want to develop this bot further, it's well worth it. You should put in more images. That's very powerful, because images are very emotional. And I think when if you want to get people to do something, it has to be an emotional call as well. I think for the call to action, Chris was right. Maybe you want to put in a map, like a Google map or some other map, embedded inside your bot. That can be something else. Um, but I think it's a great bot. It's interesting. I think there are a few rough corners, right, Chris? I saw a few IDKs just now.
I think that now the is okay when you design the bot, is it a full buttons like or is it do you have some keywords that you can input and then generate an answer?
no, actually only the buttons in order to like avoid the misunderstandings. So yeah, the user just click on the button and get the output.
Okay.
This is really good. I think it'll be very practical and very useful. And I like the fact that you've got a learning section followed by a quiz, right? That makes it fun and interactive, right? And I didn't know, whether plastic straws, what you call it, stirrers, can be recycled or not. And you're right, you find them everywhere, don't you? Good.
Okay. Any other questions for the judges?
No, just a recommendation. Probably first to keep going because the idea is cool. You need to just develop it. I agree with my colleagues. Just the user design should be more adaptive, like maybe some images which could create some needed emotion to more involvement. And actually, it's pretty impressive that starting from the school, you're already thinking about the big things like the psychological problems. Pretty impressive. So good luck for your developments. And yeah, you should continue to this to spread this idea within your school and even throughout the other schools, and just to export this idea to for more audience, to cover more and more people to this important idea to sort the plastic and not waste it just like this as it is now. So it's good content, good values behind
Thank
this
you.
project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you consider a version in either Kazakh or Russian? I think that would be also interesting as well.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay. All right. So thanks so much, like team Echo team, right? So I think my recommendation is that on your videos, right, it'll be great because a lot of I mean renewable or lots of like sustainable living initiatives. But I want to know like what's your solutions, right? I hope like actually the videos can be a page for to help the users or actually like know how to use your bot before they actually go to your bot. So it's like an ad of your bot before they come in. So I think that's my feedback. But otherwise, it's a great start. So okay. So thank you so much, Echo team. Maybe we could just give some time for the judges to input the score. Okay. The next team that we selected for the finale is Team Energy. Team Energy, are you here?
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Yazan, right? Is it right? Is it? Am I
yeah,
correct?
Rajan, yeah.
Yazan. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So, sorry for that. Um. So let's play your videos. Oh, this is the bot that I played pretty often actually. So let's just play.
Do you want to upgrade your PC or get a new laptop? Does your current one make noises? Keep getting costly utility bills? Or is it overheating? If you said yes to any of this, ask the tech guide. Hey there, my name is Tech Guide. I'm here to provide you with tips and recommendations how to select, build and use an energy efficient computer, as well as to explain the reason why it can be important for you and just everyone else around you. You must be thinking, is it really important? Well, it can be. Energy efficient gear can use about half as much energy as typical gear without compromising performance, and there are extra benefits like quieter and cooler operating temperatures for your components. Also, energy efficiency helps achieve a lower carbon footprint and meet environmental targets, all this while protecting our energy security. So, why don't you join the quest on saving your money, the planet, and your now to be optimized electronics? Go on and explore the tech guide.
Judges, any comments on the video?
Very creative. Let's just discover a little about the chatbot itself.
Right.
Could be useful.
Let me just stop sharing for a while, and let's go through the chatbots. Okay, laptop and PC, right? Gaming and work. Just out of curiosity, like in Kazakhstan, how many people actually, use laptop over a PC? Yeah, Rozan, maybe can you answer?
I wish I knew that, but not really. It's hard to tell. I guess it's like everywhere else, but I guess more people prefer laptops because they're students.
Hmm. Choose gear. Who is your target audience for this that you think about?
Whoever thinks of optimizing the performance of their computers. And it's like, you could implement it with some shops that are selling components and laptops as well. Maybe like connect the database and then choose the right recommendations for the people who are looking for good and optimized computer. As well, they can save it in the future. I mean, in the long term. So I guess it's a good idea.
Any comments from the judges?
if just to follow the narrative of the 5W, like who, when, what, why, where, just another way to say what's the problem and solution narrative of your chatbot?
Well, it's like the gaming industry is making a lot of environmental impact, like mostly negative ones for now, but they're trying to change the like trends, and gaming companies are trying to evolve and like educate other people as well, uh, like to care about the environment. So, and I guess people will care about it more in the future and try to get better computers as well. They're like wasting a lot of money and energy, but we need energy to also combat the solar, to combat global warming. Actually, it's not called global warming nowadays. It's like some people call it like climate crisis already.
Yep, indeed.
So we need to minimize and optimize the different things.
Mm-hmm. No more question from my side.
Can you guys see the text?
Yes, we can.
Right. Any questions for any comments, Arnold, or questions?
I did play with this bot at least about two or three times because it comes up right at the top, right? And I think the idea is good. I think, but it and what I like about it is that you've actually made a pretty complicated and boring topic, to be honest, to a lot of people, right? But you've put in humor, you've made it less dry. So that's a really good thing. Where I think it can be improved is, I think, in the calculations that you do. So there's one part where you just link to a table. That part, I think, maybe you want to walk the users through, some kind of a simple Q&A, right, as a separate room that can be done. Because although you've made it human and say don't panic, and stuff like that, I like that. I really like the way, and the child throwing stuff out of the window. That's a really good choice of meme as well, and that really is what you definitely know how to start creating an interesting chatbot, right? Where I think it can be useful is more focus, and I think that's something that when Almira asked you about the why, where, how, and so on, right? So I think that focus needs to be there. It looks on the face of it like an advisory bot, but what you're really trying to say is how do you optimize maybe gaming computers or even general purpose computers, right? It's really about optimization, and perhaps also even to inject facts about things that people aren't really aware about. Most people think like, GPUs, just chuck it in, right? But we know that GPUs burn a lot of energy, right? And you throw them away. What happens to the recycling part of that? With e-waste and that kind of stuff. So I think it's a good start. It's a good start. And also, I would advise you. Maybe you want to develop this bot further even after the competition, and see where you can go with it. A lot of people are looking for advice. I think novice gamers and so on who want to start
Yes.
off their first thing, right? Instead of buying it off the shelf, it's pretty expensive. DIYing it is not it's actually pretty good. You can also get a second-hand GPUs off because GPUs are used to do things like mining and so on, right? Mining Ethereum and that kind of stuff. You can get it off the second market if you want to as well. So I think there's a lot of scope for this for this bot.
Right. Is there any famous electrical stores or e-commerce electric stores in Kazakhstan? Yazan?
Yeah, like there is like White Wind, for
Mm.
example.
Mm.
They sell a lot of gear.
Right. I would advise you actually to connect that to a store, because
Yep.
that is where you can convert your hobby, right, into actually money, where where you are actually providing a personalized recommendation, right, basically, right, to your target users, and then you help, like, e-commerce stores actually sell their stuff So it's a win-win, right? Your customers are happy, your users are happy, they can get a good deal. Your I mean the companies are happy because they can get sales from your chatbot. So do lots of potentials. Do take time to improve your chatbots and add more features. Especially because for me, I'm a business guy, so I can see this like straight away. I can see that please connect this with let's say Amazon or this kind of e-commerce stores, right? And then just try, right? You get some commissions, right? Something you can just, I don't want to go through but to go far, but there's something called affiliate marketing where you get paid for recommending a product. Research it yourself, think about it. But I'm, as a business guy, I can see a business opportunity in this. So yeah, that's all from my comment. Maybe judges, you want to tabulate your score, or Elmira, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I was actually going to say quite the same. Just the recommendation to all the participants: you should look forward to find out some commercial collaboration opportunities to merge with some existing companies who will be interested in your services. And Yejan, to you, you have pretty precise target audience, and you probably could customize it even using the special slang as you used to do, but just to personalize it more. And yeah, as a Christian said, you could definitely go to the market just to receive the first feedback. Any case, if it will not be successful the first time, you might adjust it and just to receive the opinion from the markets. How can you use it in the future, or even you will create something on it. I mean, you can develop some business probably behind this, or just install your chatbots in some commercial shops or retailers. So yeah, you can definitely use the opportunities of the market to, especially in the very precise niches, because it's not a lot of companies using the chatbots for their marketing as a marketing tool. So you could definitely try.
Okay,
Definitely.
thanks.
All right. So the next team is Team Covin. Covin. Is Team Covin here? Any of you here?
Yes, hello.
Right. Okay. Hi, Asel, right? So, okay, we will
Yes.
present your video and then like we will try your bot. But because right now, for my, I think I've asked one of your team to actually present, demo the chatbot on our behalf. Just be prepared to open your chatbot and then you can just showcase like how it works. All right. So we'll start with the video.
Hello everyone. We are Kavin team who made the consultation chatbot against COVID-19, and our team consists 4 people who are Yolanda Biya, Aydana Жақсылық, Енді Көтекбай, and me, Asil Берсимбаева. And of course, this program gave us a lot of opportunities to meet new people with a similar views, same passion for learning new skills like machine learning, database system, or even though creating a chatbot who is obsessed with the idea of making new world with a better place via digital solutions. And when we were thinking about creating a chatbot, our main goal was to make it useful not only for a specific group of people, but for whole society, for all people who live around the world. But our chatbot uh, speaks only in one language like Russian, and but it's only right now, and we will make it more user-friendly for around the world like in English language. And since the main problem of this year is COVID-19, we understood that we will not get rid of it so easily, and to get rid of this virus we need to unite all 7.7 billion of people on this planet. And we believe that the key of this is education, like how we know to protect ourselves rather than this virus, the more chances we have to defeat it. And Our chatbot is programmed to work independently from a human operator. It can answer questions formulated to its natural language and respond like a real person. It provides responses based on the combination of predefined scripts and machine learning applications. And in the end of this video, I will represent you a run test of our chatbot, how we did it and how it responds you. And our chatbot developed by us as specialized for consulting people with COVID-19 symptoms. And we have focused on providing accurate and useful information confirmed by the Association of Family Doctors from our country, Kazakhstan. And our chatbot can help you determine if you have signs of COVID-19 or offer you recommendation for symptom relief. When it is asked a question, the chatbot will respond based on the knowledge database available to it at that point in time. And if conversation introduces a concept it is not programmed to understand, it will either deflect the conversation or will store new concepts in order to update our database. And main goal of chatbot was to improve the quality of responsiveness in our country by answering frequently asked questions, giving the user a sense of real conversation with a specialist, and quickly refer them to a doctor if necessary. And we have included 3 main templates, which are responsible for check symptoms, whether it's likely to be coronavirus, preventive treatments, and medication. We try to use every given advices and lesson in order to create full functional chatbot. By using login, we will identify new questions and we'll try to answer them quick as possible. And concepts as association and searches were really helpful in order to connect specific advices and medication with each other. And we focused our attention to make our chatbot more reliable and user-friendly, so every response will smoothly flow to another system and if needed. And in the end, we would like to take this chance to express our gratitude to organizers of Datathon and for giving for all people equal opportunities to learn how to create a chatbot without even any background of programming in machine learning. And we sincerely believe that this experience will be the first step leading into a long pathway to programming world. And let's look at the run test.
All right. Okay. So right now, for Team Covin, can you guys present your chatbot? You can just click share screen and then showcase your bot right now.
Okay, 1 minute. Yerlan, are you here? Okay, Yenilek will represent you. Share the screen. Please hold on 1 minute. Yenilek.
Okay, maybe while waiting for the contestant, like Arnold, Amira, you have any comments so far based on what you've seen, the two bots that you've seen so far?
May I tell?
Okay.
About our chatbot. Right now, we don't have the opportunities to share our screen because there is some problems with internet. But right, like in the video, we try to explain you how our chatbot is working. It working the same right now as in the video.
Right. So maybe I'll just showcase your bot. But at this time, because we do have some issues when it comes to the character, so we would like to try your bot, but we are just evaluating based on your videos. So yeah, can you guys present?
What did you tell?
Can you guys present, or or what we do is that we will actually skip the presentations for this time, then you present at the end of the session. Can we do that?
In the end of session, okay, we can represent
Yes,
our
can
bot,
do.
right?
Can do. So we will actually go back to your team after the fifth presenter.
Okay, only our bot, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All
I got
right,
it.
no worries. Okay, so moving on to the next one is the boy. The boy. Are the boys here? Team the boy. Any are the boys here?
You
Let
have
me
the
just check the name. Uh, so Zasulan, I'm not sure whether I present it
Yes,
correctly.
sorry. Yeah, I'm his wife, and he's now passing his final exam, so he cannot
Oh,
present
I
his
see.
part.
Right.
Yeah,
Thanks so much. So maybe just we'll play the
thank you.
video first, then the judges can decide. Maybe as your wife, you might represent your husband when it comes to answering his question. Okay,
Okay, I will try.
no worries, no worries. Let me just play the video. Hmm. It's an interesting bot developed by your husband, by the way. So yeah, send our regards to him and wish him good luck for the exam.
Hello everyone.
Thank you.
I'm Juan and I live in Almaty and study at International IT University. I made a chatbot which will help you to choose a movie. And why I picked such kind of topic? Because I think that entertainment is an essential part of our life. For example, after a hard working day, a family wants to have some together by watching a movie. However, they have different interests and they want to watch different movies. In such kind of situations, my chatbot will help you to choose a best movie in a short period of time. Hello again. Here you can see my chatbot. I call this as Steven Spielberg because he's my favorite film director. So let's start. Type hi. Okay, hi. What's your name? My name is Raslan. Hello Ruslan, glad to meet you. Type start to begin our journey. Start. Here my chatbot offers such kind of choices: movie, TV show, documentary, cartoon, and some random selection. Let's begin with movie. What type of movie genre do you want to watch? Okay, let's assume that I want to watch some action. Okay, here you can see film poster, title, year of release, and some description. Looking for more? Type in the genre, or if you want to change the topic, type change. Okay, what if the user enters something different? Okay, something different. My bot replies as like I couldn't find information relating your query. Try this once. Okay, drama. Okay, let's change the topic. I want some random selection. Want some. I want some. So it's a main principle how my chatbot works. Thanks for your attention. Goodbye.
Okay. So let's try his chatbot. Okay. Judges, first of all, any comments? This one will be recorded, so we'll make sure that he can get the information from you guys as well. Okay.
It's like a fixed algorithm, right? It's not an adaptive algorithm.
It's
like following
sci-fi, Chris.
Okay, in text as well.
Okay, so could you please type the Siri?
Series, is it? Yeah, I think it's based on a fixed keyword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I just want to add a comment. So, like, pretty every weekend, so with the family, we have the battle what to choose, and it's a big dilemma what movie we would going to just watch all together, because everyone has their own preferences, and this could really help to save the relations in the families.
But do you think the description is enough? Let's say when you are using this chatbot and then you...
It's just to comment the chatbot techniques. The idea is very interesting, but I would need more personalized content, or just better selection options, or more options to choose, because it's already limited by the like predefined menu. Yeah, and so it's limiting the user to choose the other options. So this is really missing. It's my personal opinion. It could be more adjustable for the user journey. I mean, because it's pretty simple to predict what users would going to would be able or will have a chance to choose. So it will help a lot.
I agree.
Excuse me. Sorry for interruption. I just finished my exam.
Oh, right.
Okay, thank you for listening. Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay, there's something. I think just now what Miss Amira mentioned is that I think it would be great if the recommendation is more personalized, meaning that probably just at me if I correct me if I'm wrong, Almira, but what Tilly is saying is that it would be nice if they are more like personalized, like recommendation
Flexibility, yeah.
flexibilities
mm,
and personalizations, maybe like for what occasions, let's say, are you watching it with families, or are you watching it alone or with friends and all that, and maybe add more things. So instead of having it based on genre, which I think which can be a bit it's okay, but I think it's not personalized. You can actually give recommendation based on multiple inputs, or based
Choices, yeah.
mm, yeah, or selections as well. Are not any comments, or Almira as well?
Yeah, and you can make a filter. Yeah, you can add the filter like the actor or favorite actor, and you can choose the list of the movies based on the actor or
Mm.
genre you have, or for example the year of the movie or the keywords. Like I don't remember the name or the director of the movie, but I remember some keywords like it's something about autumn in New York, for example. So it could help. And as in just a development site, you could collaborate with, or even just try to talk with some streaming services to integrate with their interface, and probably to try to make some customization businesses on your chatbot, and probably even with the cinema, like the Chaplin or the big chains of the cinema in Kazakhstan, just to again to integrate their services into your chatbots, or even create the service provided chatbot for the cinema industry or the streaming services. Could be interesting for you.
Yeah. I think what I really like about your chatbot is your selection of movies, and I think although Chris and Elmina are right, when you key in the genre and so on, it tends to give you the same thing. But I also noticed that when you click on want more, you actually do cycle through a very interesting selection. So I think the really solid part about this bot in my mind is the selection of movies. They're pretty good.
Oh
It's not the
yes.
thank you.
normal selection of movies. So I like many of the movies. I actually watched many of the movies you recommended, and so maybe it's just me. I don't
No,
know,
I
but
think it's based on is it based on review, or how do you like decide to recommend the
yeah.
movies?
How did you decide?
Mm.
Mm, it was like my choice, my personal choice.
Right, right, right.
Right.
Like, beyond the professional was a good movie as well, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, good, good. So if you can just, I think what Almira and Chris are saying is that maybe the access into this can be a little more sophisticated.
Mm.
What I found annoying was that at the very start, you ask, what is your name? Hi, and then what is your name? And then click start. So that's only 3 or 4 interactions before you can start to actually get something. I don't think it's really necessary, right? In fact, just start doing the job. I think it's the main thing, so that the user actually gets something that something straight away. But I can see this bot really improving, and certainly your selection of you've got a flair for selecting movies. I think so. That's good.
It's a personal taste, Arnold. So we can't just say that, right? Like, I mean, it's a very personal taste. So yeah, but I do like your movies. Okay,
Yeah.
so well done. Yeah, like Star Wars versus Star Trek, right? Like like if you recommend Star Wars, a Star Trek fan will get angry and all that stuff. So yeah, it's preference. Okay, so moving on to the next, the fifth team, right?
Just a moment to just to update the thing.
Right. All right, right. Okay. So maybe like just gives 20 seconds for the judges to tabulate the score. For those of you, right, who already presented, please stay on this line because there will be an announcement plus photo taking sessions like at the end of the Datathon. Judges good? Are you guys good? All right. Last but not least, Team Indigo with the bot Mentalic. Okay. Team Indigo, are you here?
Yes, we are. Hello.
Right. Okay. All right, Milan, I can see you now. So let's play your pitch and then we will go through your demo as well.
Hi, my name is Simirwan. I would like to present you the Mentalic bot made by Aidana and me for the AI for Impact Datathon. Our bot has two functions. Firstly, it helps to identify users' potential mental health problem, and it does so with the help of the test. Secondly, it informs about several problems, and in particular, we have decided to focus on 5 problems. Briefly about motivation. We have come up with the Mentalic due to our personal interest in mental problems. We have read and watched a lot of videos about these issues, and what we have realized is that there is an abundance of information about each problem. And when you start discovering about mental health, it might be difficult to formulate and identify your potential problem correctly. So we have created a test which might help user to do this task, to formulate and identify the potential issue. Now let's look at the demo. Once you open the bot, it prompts you to type the preferred language. Mentalic supports 2 languages, English and Russian. Let's choose English. Once I've chosen my language, I'm in the menu section and I have 2 options, either to begin the test or to get to know more about the topics. Let's start with the test. The test consists of 22 questions and user can always stop the test and get preliminary results by typing stop. Let's answer some of these questions. Do you feel like you lost the meaning of why you do what you do? Let's say no. Proceed. Do you feel like it's getting harder for you to perform usual daily tasks? Let's say yes for this question. Do you feel tired and sleepy for the most part of the day? Let's say somewhat. And let's stop the test now. So my score is computed, and to see the result, I need to select results. According to the test, most likely I am experiencing a burnout. And to view the steps to battle this issue, select next. So now Mentalic will suggest you some of the steps to battle the burnout. So this is step number 1, step back and take a rest. Let's view the second one, meet with someone close to you. And step number 3, make little steps when you come back. That's it. So now I may either review the steps again or go back to menu. Let's now discover the topics. So there are 5 topics, and let's read more about the COVID anxiety. Here is the brief information about this issue. Now I may come back and choose another topic, or I may type menu and go back to the main menu, or let's also change the language. So I type Rus for the Russian, and now the bot talks to me in Russian. So thank you for this brief demonstration.
All right. So let's try the bot. I think my first questions, right? What is the test? What is your test based on? Like, is it a specific based on a standard professional questionnaires, or what is your evaluation based on?
Actually, for this bot, we haven't addressed to the some specific tests. We just came with the questions in our minds.
Right. Judges, any questions or comments?
No question. Actually, the chatbot is very well designed. You've been using several techniques like the random choice, or just controlled or pre-subscribed choice, and the graphics. It's pretty clear, understandable, informative. No questions.
Thanks, Almira. Arnold, do you have any comments, or you want something to try?
No, I actually have tried this bot. I actually didn't. I think the topics are interesting. Um, I feel the concept is interesting. The design and execution is pretty good. I'm just curious. I noticed you got the proceed button at various places. Why do you need that part?
This was just a solution we've came up with. It's because we need to have several rooms for several topics. And in order to switch between these rooms, there has to be some solution. And one solution was just a simple proceed button.
Okay.
Because all answers in every room can be answered with yes, no, or somewhat.
Right. Okay. All right. Interesting. About. I feel that you want to put in proper tests for these things.
Yes.
And there are probably tons out there. You know, what I feel is that you need to have focus in what this bot is really doing. So I think in terms of execution, it's well executed. I think you've shown a proof of concept, but I think the focus needs to be there. Yeah, it's one thing about like burnout, for example, and so on. But how can it? Is it really practical? Do people really want to understand that they've got burnout or they've got other stuff? So I think the use case needs to be refined. Like for the other bots, the use case was pretty obvious, right? Like recycling plastic is clearly what they want to do, and so on. This one, I think the use case is a little not so clear. You might want to either focus on one thing, make it more useful, maybe put in a real test, and maybe to diagnose a single thing. It could be something like, do you have anxiety disorders, for example? Anxiety disorders are very common, and that's something that you can actually, focus on a deep level, rather than just, on a lot of different things on a shallow level.
I think I do agree. Technicalities, we don't have any issue on that. I think the bot design is basically pretty good. But I would also suggest that I think you want to also like understand your target audience. Like for example, if you're targeting like someone who really needs immediate help, right? Then I would want to actually like put a questionnaire, because I know that I'm already on the mental stress. So what, instead of putting questionnaires, maybe just put say are you how can I help you? Are you well or not well? Say I'm still okay, or I really need help. So when they say I'm okay, then you can just give some kind of like some kind of like very short healing techniques, like recommend them with quotes or some kind of songs and cheer them up. But if they say I really need help, please help me, right? Then you can just give them a link to a mental hotline. So it really depends on the scenario that of the users that you are thinking about. And sometimes perhaps like this one, I can see that actually being used by I mean, like it's as an alternative, right, for a psychiatrist, right, to profile a user. So it's not
Yes,
really.
we have thought about this, that our bot will somehow be a basic psychotherapy, like very, very basic.
Hmm. Yeah, but I think basic psychotherapy, in my opinion, right, if I'm handling someone with quite with some kind of mental health, right, I would make it a pleasant experience along the way. So we can't just like question A B C D E F G H I J, right, and then you help them. They need help already from the start. So like give them encouragement, getting there, like, oh, you're getting there, something like that. So, but it's an
Mhm.
interesting, very interesting bot. Yeah. Any other
Thanks for the
comments?
comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Judges, any other comments or questions? Okay. So thank you so much. So we'll just like let the judges tabulate the results. For Team Covin, are you ready? Team Covin? Okay, Team Covin, are you ready? Just check the Asel, Yorlan, Aidana. Aidana, are you ready? Is your team okay? If let's say like if we don't have the team, maybe like we'll just tabulate the results right now. So maybe I'll just give you that 20 seconds to get your team. If not, then we'll just tabulate based on the information that we have. Okay, I think basically I think we can say that we finished the evaluation for the 5 teams. So overall, I think they are interesting. A lot. I mean, interesting varieties when it comes to the bot. So while we need to discuss now for the next step, right? We need to discuss the who actually will deserve a technical excellence award. So what we do is that we are not. It's not really a competitions where there will be a number one, number two, number three. To be honest, I think we want to instead of doing that, we want to endorse you guys as well. Those who are performing really excellent, we want to, whether like it's three teams, 2 teams, 4 teams. I mean, we will give you some recognition based on the evaluations from our industry experts, Elmira and Arnold. So maybe like just give some time for both of them to discuss. So meanwhile, I'll bring both of them to the breakout room. Okay, Arnold and Elmira, do you receive the invitations? All right. Okay, so while waiting for the judges, maybe some of you can share your journey so far when building the bot. What is the most what is the most interesting moment? What is the most frustrating moment and all that stuff? So any one of you wants to share like your experience so far, like for the past 3 weeks? You guys are building very interesting bot, to be honest. And even like given that I mean we this is one of the smaller batch that we teach, you guys actually do it pretty excellent. So I'm curious on what you think, or what is your struggle, right, when it comes to building the bot.
Uh, After the first session, it was like very useful for me because I started thinking about how people would interact with it, like with a different point of view. So I added menu and buttons, so it was like very productive after that, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with.
Because I've seen like how you start typing tip, but my bot was like waiting for a tip, like for an article before the tip.
Mm,
So then I started thinking about keywords and I started like writing differently.
right.
Yeah.
Nurdalet, you have anything to add just
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. I agree with Irjan. So I started to think like how would the user think while using the chatbot? Basically, just using the empathy, and yeah, I liked it very much.
Mm. I think basically like just the because I'm also like building the bot as well. So if you just see the chatbot, you need the leaderboard, right? There's actually some bots that I created. The difficulty is not on the actually on the technical things, because sometimes a simple bot can do the job, right? But the difficult part that you guys, I mean that you guys also will find it struggling at the end, is actually thinking on the efficient way, right? To target the users first, number one. Who are your users? Because I think when you have multiple users, then it's hard to really focus, right? To give a persona, like, and I think you experience it yourself. So it's really hard to express it to tell you guys, but I think you kind of experience it. And the second one is also to design the bot conversation flow, like that really makes sense to fulfill your objectives. I do think that I think the struggle, not the feeling, right, will be even more when you start actually building a bot for a company, or when you start to try to make money using your bot. So that one you even be more interesting. Like for example, like your son, right? You're building a bot to recommend PC specifications, right? Now like now you are building it for yourselves and you are building it for your friends, right? But let's say I want to monetize, right? Okay, how much can I earn per month by just recommending a certain specifications, right? Then this is why you start really thinking like psychologically about your bot design. And then you see like whether like oh, if I just remove one step conversations, right, I can actually get 20% more revenue. Oh, if I actually recommend them this, right, advice A, B, C, right, oh, I will get like 10% more revenue. Oh, if I'm targeting, let's say, young people, right, let's say people like 20s and like I'll sit in university, right, actually I can get more, because they are more savvy when it comes to researching. And these are the type of people who research before buy. So chatbot is more useful for them compared to website. So this is something that the next level, right, that the next level of thinking that you will automatically get, trying to create some kind of real world commercial projects. So we will have a lot of this like in 2021 in Chatbot Uni. In fact, I think while waiting, right, I would like to share with you is that 2021, this is where we are connecting global community together, and we will have a series of challenge planning every quarter. So if you are part of this, you guys are already building this. I think this is a beginning. So by every quarter, we might have another challenge. Like for example, like build a bot that sell something, right? Maybe that is one of the challenge. Or the second one is that build a bot that increases the awareness of, let's say, of environmental, right, environment. Or build a bot that can handle customer services. These are something that these are something that with real world parameters. For example, like for customer service, right? What kind of percentage of customers, potential customers, you service to them, and then out of that X amount of customers, how many are happy or sad with your chatbot? So this is the next step of the challenge, and we have not taught you lots of techniques yet, because I think 3 weeks to teach more techniques, I think it will be a bit difficult. But imagine like if you can collect the data right now. Let's say you have a bot, right? You collect the data, and then you collect the data and put it on a CSV format, for example. Then like from out of like 100 people who interacted with your bot, right? how many of them leads to, let's say, wants to purchase a product, something like that. Yeah. Okay, the judges is here. So yeah, we were just discussing about, like, what can they do next, right? So we just give some suggestions on converting, trying to explore like how the bot can in turn be a way to generate like some kind of income or create a business. So yeah, but the floor is yours, judges. So maybe Arnold or Elmira. Arnold, maybe you want to start?
Well, I think maybe we'll get Elmira. Do you want to do a quick summary of your thoughts first, and then I'll go.
Yeah, the first, guys, thank you for participating. All ideas was brilliant and interesting and deserves the score and the prize, but it's a competition. That's why we will have the final results. So Arnold will announce them. Generally, just a little comments, be more confident when you're presenting your pitches. Usually the startups using the startup deck narrative presentation or the 5W presentation narrative. So it will help you in the future to present any other ideas, the business ideas or the startup ideas, or even just elevator pitches. I hope in the future you will have a chance to attend to this. And yeah, for generally for the work you did, it's quite impressive for this period. You did a great job, and everyone, honestly, you are the brilliant guys, very bright minds. So I'm happy to be your judge today and wish you good luck in your upcoming projects.
Well, thank you, Elmira. You guys did very well. I'm actually surprised at the quality of the bots that you guys managed to produce. And thinking about one of you, it's a very young man as well. So congratulations and well done for all of you. I think all teams did pretty well. But as Elmira says, it is a competition and we have to select a few. And we feel that 3 bots really deserve to have the Excellence Award because you guys did pretty well, right? I think the first one is Eco Team. We found that the bot is engaging, interesting, and actually useful. And I think there's a potential for it to actually make an impact and a change, right, for the better. So please develop the bot further, put it into Russian or Kazakh or whatever language that you guys use, and make it, I think, expand it in terms of actually collecting data and so on, right? Because you can't collect data from your users. The second bot, which we felt was actually good because it was just fun and interesting to use, was The Boy, right? The movie advisory. Very interesting because the selections was good. I like the selections. Okay, I'm biased maybe, right? But I think Elmira also found that the concept and the execution was pretty good. Some parts still need to be tweaked, obviously, but I think on the whole it was well done, right? And last of all, we have Indigo with Mentalic, right? So I think Elmira pointed out that the bot has got a really useful use case. It was engaging. The pitch was very well done. I think you guys were very confident. And I think that, yes, it's something that can actually be very useful in practice. And there's tons of applications for bots like that when it comes to mental health and, trying to advise people on how to do things, right? So that's definitely, something that you want to look at and see, how can you improve your bot. For the other teams which did not get the technical excellence, it doesn't mean that your bots are not good, right? I think both the other bots had something that is really unique, right? So the tech bot, I think we both felt that you can actually take it, if you develop it a bit more further, you can actually take it and commercialize it. So I think among all the bots, I think your bot is probably the most readily to be commercialized, right? So you really should look into it, right? You've got a good concept there. Where we felt, I think it was maybe could be improved, is the fact that you need to make the recommendations a little more meaty, right? But concept-wise, I think execution-wise, pretty good. Okay. Corwin, we would we would prefer to have seen your bot in action. Unfortunately, we could not, right? So we had to judge based on what we actually saw, right? But we think also it's your presentation was very good, very confident, and lots of details, right? So I think you knocked that part out of the park. But maybe next time we still have more competitions, right, Almira? And then we can get you guys on board again, right? It'll be fun. Yeah. So thank you. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, so for the three teams, congratulations. Actually, to all finalists, huge congratulations. The timeline is 3 weeks. It's not much, and you guys actually go that far. So for me, my personal is just like I just see a lot of business potentials there. Just a little bit more, a little bit improvements, and you guys actually are done. Like like what you mentioned, just to echo the tech bot, right? Give a link, give that link so people can shop, and then you can just get earn a commission from that. So just a bit more, right? But I do think a huge I mean, it's all great jobs in terms of social impact, because we don't just think about commercial, right? It's about also creating something that people can use and feel that create useful informations as well, and make impact also. So with that in mind, I think three of you guys, right? I mean, the three of you will receive, those who we selected, right? Will receive a certificate of technical excellence, and for those of you who completed the bot, we will give you a certificate of completions for successfully completing the bot. So this will be the next step, but the journey doesn't end there. To be honest, the journey is just started, because as we mentioned, like we have more lineup of competitions ahead with different topics and different use cases as well, very real world, right? So stay in touch, and what you can do is that maybe just to share with you again about what we have before we end. Let me just open up. Okay. So meanwhile, right? So what can I do next, right? What is the plan after the competitions? So what we do is that we have some Telegram groups, which Telegram channel, which we host some topics or how tos. This is purely for learning purposes. And since you guys already built a bot, we have some tips that we have not covered it yet during the learning, but we will cover it on some how tos to get it done, or some bots that people have created from other competitions, right? So I really encourage you to join the Telegram channel, because this is where we just started making it actually 2 days ago, and this will be a channel for you to keep on, like, receiving some updates about the tips, the how tos, and also our upcoming programs as well. So
I think I just want to mention also that because you guys are now bot developers, right? We also want to treat you with respect, and we want your feedback on the back end system as well. We actually made some substantial changes, in fact, to the whole back end, and now I think you can have user comments. We will be releasing later on today. So later on today, if you do a publish on your bot, you will see also a place where users can give comments to your bot.
Yeah.
We've got something I think Chris will announce as well about Chatbot University. Right, it's a one-stop shop for chatbots and that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
So you can put your chatbots there as well. The other part is that we're looking for chatbots in which you can actually personalize as well. So right now, your chatbots, once a user walks away, it comes back in. It's like your chatbot has amnesia. It doesn't really remember your users. But we've actually built in something where you can actually save state, so you can actually remember your users as they come in back again. So that actually opens up new kinds of chatbots you can create. Things like fitness bots, or maybe coaches or other stuff, right? Where you can actually track the user as they progress in time, and actually save and not repeat stuff. So if you have a recommendation chatbot, for example, you can actually remember what the user's preferences were in past interactions before you actually make a new suggestion.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of exciting new changes are coming up. And so please, by all means, right, join the Telegram group, and we'll keep you updated.
Yes. And that's just a fun fact as well, right? In fact, right now, right, the bot that you guys developed that appears on the chatbot uni. In fact, some of our other students from Indonesia, right, in fact, were asking about your bot. How can I do stuff like this? How can I do stuff like that? So like some of your bots, right? Like they actually screen capture it, and then ask, how can I do this? So we would like to make some kind of like, a global learning community where everyone can actually learn from one another. So we are doing it step by step. We just started really this month on this because I see that the quality of the bots are pretty good. So I think keep in touch. 2021 will be a lot of things at 2021. So be prepared. This is just a really start. So hope to see you guys there. Yeah. With that, maybe I'll just stop share. We can just can we enable all cameras so we can just take some photos? Okay. Aidana, Anastasia. Okay. Zasulan, can you enable
Okay.
your?
I'm sitting with my mobile phone.
Right. No worries. Okay. How's the exam? Okay. No, never mind. We'll hope to chat later on. Okay, so I'll just snap some photos. I'll share it with you guys later on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so with that in mind, we officially ends this chatbot datathon. First of all, thank you so much, judges Arnold and Elmira for coming and assessing the students. I hope you have a good time as well. And for all of students, congratulations. We'll keep you updated with the new initiatives and also like some admin matters as well, your certificates and all that stuff. So have a good week. Enjoy your end of year and see you guys again next time.
Merry Christmas as well.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to you
Bye.
guys.
Thanks.
And
Goodbye.
have a good
Bye.
holidays, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too.
Right.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
guys. Bye.